Thank you for joining Wars of the Roses. And this is Orphans from the Encyclopedia of Freemasonry by Albert G. Mackey. Orphan. The obligation that Masons should care for the children of their deceased brethren has been well observed in the institution by many Grand Lodges, independent associations of Masons, and of asylums for the support and education of Masonic orphans. Among these, perhaps one of the most noteworthy is the Orphan Asylum founded at Stockholm in 1753 by the contributions of the Swedish Masons, and which, by subsequent bequests and endowments, has become one of the richest private institutions of the kind in the world. A brief paragraph in the Book of Constitutions, edited by John Entick, M.A. 1756, announces January 31st, 1738 and 1739 the rejection of a scheme for the placing out Masons' sons' apprentices. This was proposed by John Bowman. His proposal is in the Rawlinson manuscript C. 136 in the Bodleian Library at Oxford. The proposition was to raise yearly £310 for the carrying on and providing for 20 children of Masons and binding 4 to trades every year. Brother Bowman prepared a careful statement and asserted that security given for the performance if the brethren cheerfully agree to pay only 1/2 penny a week each. The Royal Masonic Institution for Girls was proposed in 1788 by the Chevalier Bartholomew Ruspini, initiated at Bristol, April 7, 1762, in the Bush Lodge. Formal recognition was extended to the school at the Quarterly Communication in February 1790 by the Grand Lodge of the Moderns. Freemasonry was introduced into Sweden from England about 1735 and seems to have taken great hold of the wealthy classes. In 1753, Swedish lodges were anxious to commemorate the birth of a princess of the royal house that sheltered them. They hit upon the plan of establishing an orphan asylum at Stockholm. An annual concert was organized for the benefit of this institution and proved no less successful as a source of revenue than the great festival of the English school. In 1767, a great accession to the resources of the Swedish institution took place. In that year, a wealthy merchant of Stockholm, Johann Bohman, a member of the Grand Lodge of Sweden, endowed it with 300,000 copper dollars. This sum is not quite as formidable as it seems. Torrey, from whom we borrow the account, is careful to indicate that it represented only 130,000 francs, or about £5,200 sterling, over $25,000. There is an odd similarity between the names of the English brother Boerman and the Swedish brother Bowman or Bowman. The one sounds like an attempt to reproduce the other. In 1778, the Queen of Sweden gave the asylum an endowment of $60 a year, and the burgomaster in Stockholm a like sum. The news of this patronage incited the Brethren of Gothenburg to emulate the beneficence of their brethren at Stockholm, and they too founded in 1756 a benevolent institution for children. This institution has adopted the plan of boarding out the children in selected families under proper supervision, a plan which has many advantages and which has worked satisfactorily under their painstaking administration. Nor did this close the tale of Swedish benevolence towards the orphans of the craft in those early days. In 1762, the Lodge Gustaf in Karlskrona founded there an orphanage with a section for Freemasons' children. The Brethren of Stockholm have provided a magnificent home at Christineberg, where they maintain an average of 140 orphans of the craft. Sundry Brethren in Dublin in 1792 formed themselves into a society for the schooling of the orphaned female children of distressed Masons. This received the recognition and the sanction of the Grand Lodge in 1795, and at the communication of February 1796, thanks were voted to the worthy brethren with whom the idea originated. The Royal Masonic Institution for Boys was in 1798 projected by some English brethren, members of the Grand Lodge of the Antients, who planned a scheme for clothing and educating the sons of indigent Freemasons. The above information by Brother W.J. Chetwode Crawley is in the Christmas number of the Freemason, 1897, and is also in the Transactions Quatuor Coronati Lodge, pages 167 to 186, volume 28, 1910. See also Charity and Benevolence. Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to share, like, subscribe and comment. And if you can, please consider donating to Wars of the Roses. Links to PayPal and Patreon are in the description. Thank you so very much.